Hey guys, this is Swantongirly. Just had a cup of tea, so I'm a wee bit more awake. I was going to do this earlier, but I would have been probably half sleeping throughout the whole video. So yes, I'm awake, and I'm coming to you today with sort of a wee bit of a different video. It's just going to be pretty much me talking my thoughts on something I'm very into in the wrestling business, that I've always followed strongly. Probably because I'm a girl, but yes. Today's video is going to be about the Divas Division and what I think about all the changes in it, and just my general thoughts on the Divas in WWE today and what I think about what they're doing and how they're what's the word for it? How they're putting them across on WWE television and stuff. I think, as I posted on Gavin Knott's video the other day about his thoughts on the Diva Division, I think the Divas Division has just lost all of its respect for the women in the business. I think that it isn't as good as it could be. It should be amazing division, because the women back in the past WWE, they were looked down upon because they were women wrestling and stuff, and they wouldn't have had as many opportunities to get into wrestling skills and stuff. Sorry, I'm out of breath, I just ran all the way around the house. They didn't get as much opportunity as many of the divas in the Divas Division today have got. They had to fight for their place, they had to do all this, whereas FCW is taking Diva applicants now, and there's a lot of other wrestling schools that will allow women to wrestle within their facility. Whereas before it was really hard to come across women wrestlers, and most of the wrestling schools were male based, and it was frowned upon for a woman to come in and say, like, I want you to be a wrestler. So yeah, it's with the amount of opportunities they should have today, I think the Divas Division should be a lot better than what I'm being given watching the matches on Raw, SmackDown. The only place at the minute where I can find good Diva matches today is Superstars, because that's the only place that the Divas get pushed. I'm really annoyed actually, because there is so much more that they could do with them. I could think of even stuff that I could do with storyline wise. They're doing the most pathetic storylines, and it's just not the same Divas Division as it was in the past years. I could look back, and to name a few, Trish Stratus. Once you think WWE Diva, you immediately go to Trish Stratus. Diva of the Decade, all those matches. Then you have Lita, who revolutionised the Divas Division, with her high flying and all her other stuff, working with the Hardy Boys and with Edge, all that. You've got Jazz, who was one of the buffest divas within WWE that I saw in that era. She's really big, and you're like, that's mad, And China, even China. I know China's gone on to do other stuff now, and I don't mind. But those four, definitely Trish, Lita, Jazz, China, all the old style divas. If you look at what they did in the division, Trish and Lita and Jazz and China, all those ones wrestled guys. They were matches with guys. Lita was doing her high flying up. She worked with Stone Cold, she worked with Triple H, she did all those. Trish worked with Triple H, so Trish, Lita against Christian and Jericho. I mean, like, in China, of course, we all know, always fought the guys, which I respect her for going against the guys and showing that, hey, like, I'm a woman, but I can step up and fight the guys. So you look at all those ones, and all their matches were, I don't know, say 10 minutes long. They were getting 10-minute slots for their matches where they could do whatever they wanted, and most of those matches came out amazing. If we look back at Trish and Lita's matches, compared to the ones now are pretty much not even on the same level as what those girls were doing back then, and those girls back then didn't have as much leeway as the girls do now. the same with like the last match. I can remember the girls getting a little bit of leeway in present day WWE was Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus Cool in a tables match. It was the first tables match I've seen. All girls versus girls. Trish Stratus has been put through tables. Lita has been put through tables. It's a tough job. And I'm actually surprised WWE would let a match like that happen in their PG era. That match definitely was an amazing match for me to watch, because it's like, this is what these girls can do, and you are sitting back. I don't mind them giving so much to the male superstars, because yes, they are the face of WWE, they can put on the bigger matches, they can take more risks, but if you just give these girls a chance, this is what they can show you, And I know they had problems with Mickie James, but as I said in my question answer video, I love Mickie James. I have so much respect for her. She inspires me. I thought she was the best wrestler, best diva wrestler when I was watching WWE, and she was just let her go like that. I know there was some hate with her and stuff, but she was one of their top wrestlers. If I was even watching like a 10 or 9 video, and is a contest or something, and the girls came out, and just like that, when Mickie James' music hit, the cheers were deafening, and I was like, you had this with this girl, you had girls believing in her, you had girls following her. The whole Peggy storyline I thought was really disrespectful towards her. I couldn't believe that. Really annoyed me, that whole thing, just because she wasn't as thin as those girls. You don't see them doing that to Beth Phoenix. When Beth Phoenix is a bit buffer than most of the girls. You didn't see them doing it with Natalya, you didn't see it doing it with Mickie James. And yes, that annoyed me, but like, you even look at Mickie James' matches, she's been in matches with guys. She brought out so much in the Divas Division, and that was why I started watching the Divas Division, because of matches like Trish's matches, Lita's matches, Mickie's matches. I loved Mickie's matches. Every time Mickie was on either Raw, SmackDown, I would be going on YouTube to search that match, because I was such a huge follower of Mickie, and because I knew when Mickie was in a match, it was going to be a good match. Simple as that. Another thing that I'm really annoyed with is this whole retiring the women's championship. That belt has been around for decades, and it's been there since start. First holder Fabulous Moolah, and to retire it and bring in this Divas champion, as nice as the Divas champion is, first time I saw the Divas champion, I was like, oh, that's a really pretty belt, it's very pretty, and I was happy enough having the 2 belts there. I can understand now why they took away one of the belts because of the Divas division, because it's dwindling, because they haven't got as much girls to fight over both belts as one. So, but the fact that they took away the women's championship defined what the female WWE wrestlers were. They were women wrestlers who were battling for this championship. They've been around for years and it's good, but now they have this Divas championship, and you can see it in the way both the belts are made. The women's championship was just the women's championship. It was there, it was to the point, it was plain, it was just something you wanted to have because it was such an antique, it was such something you just wanted to have and show off to the world and say, I've got this, But the Divas Championship, as nice as it is, it's just a pretty belt. It doesn't have as much history as the Women's Championship. It doesn't have that much behind it. It nearly is just a pretty belt with a butterfly on it. And as much as I hate to say it, I think that's what WWE are looking at their women wrestlers like now. When they had just the women's title, it was all about the matches for the women. They got their time slots. they performed to their best. They raised the level for women's wrestling. Again, I'm going to mention Trish, Lita, China, Jazz, Molly Holly, Victoria, all those ones. And, you know, that women's championship defined that era. The women were champions. They could hold their own. But then you look at the Divas now, and the news come out, they're just being used for eye candy now. That's practically all the Divas are being used for on, I don't know, Raw, SmackDown. That is all they're there to bring the male audience back into WWE. Not that they've ever gone, but that is why, I don't know where I read somewhere, and that is why the Divas are there. Pretty much to entertain their male fans, which is pathetic. The women have trained, they've went through hours of training, they've went through injuries, they've went through this, they went through that. The ones who have been there for years know what it's like, but to simply just say, you know, Divas, you're just there for the guys to look at. You're not here to bring in ratings, we're not going to push you anywhere, you're not here to sell merchandise, you're not here to main event any Raw, SmackDown, WrestleMania. I know they'd never main event WrestleMania, but saying that, you know, yous are just here to be pretty and walk around and, you know, entertain the male audience. I think that's a real disrespect to the Divas division. I wouldn't be joining WWE if I knew that my wrestling was only going to be for the male audience's attention or for a bathroom break. That's pretty much what most people have said to me, Joe, on tours. When the Divas match come on, I'm going to go to the bathroom now. I'm like, you could have gone earlier, Joe, you're not going to stay watching now. No, the Divas match is my bathroom break, and I'm just like, right. So, pretty much, WWE said, yeah, girls are here for the males in the audience. They're here to entertain them, they're here to be pretty faces. Yeah, they can wrestle, but we're not too concerned about that. That's why the Divas are only getting 5-minute matches, 2-minute matches on Raw and on SmackDown. The only place that I go now to see my Divas matches for WWE is Superstars, because Superstars seems to be the only place that the WWE really cares about the Divas. I mean, like last week we had a 10-minute match, 10 minutes, between Alicia Fox and Natalya, and it was brilliant. I watched it 3 times. I will watch it again because it was that good. It was just what should be shown on WWE at the moment, instead of, you know, this bullying thing that they're doing with the Bell Twins and Kelly Kelly. We've seen the whole bullying thing before. It's just the same storyline over and over again. They had it with Mickey, they had it with Beth, they had it with Karma, who I miss because she caused a whole uproar in WWE with her coming out and attacking all the Divas. I thought that was brilliant, and I'm really happy for her that she's going to be becoming a mom, but she needs to get back as soon as she can, because the Divas division in the WWE is rubbish. Because that, the only ones I will watch WWE for at the moment would probably be Natalya, Beth, Gail, and that's probably it, those 3. I don't mind seeing, I think Alicia Fox has really come into her role. I think Alicia Fox is brilliant. I think she's really challenging herself, she's challenging other Divas. She's coming up, because she was unknown until she was Edge's wedding planner. So I think she's done really well for herself. Eve, I don't mind, I think Eve's done really good, and Maurice, but a lot of people said, Joe, don't hate on the Bell Twins, they have come far. Yes, they have come far, but same with Kelly Kelly. I don't hate Kelly Kelly. I think Kelly Kelly's lovely. I think she's done so well for what she came in as. She came in at 18, and look at her now, Joe, she's Divas champion. But there is a lot of attention focused on them, Joe, and I wish WWE would just take the attention off them. I know Kelly Kelly's the champ, but it's always about them. They're the only ones who sort of get matches on Joe Raw, the main event Raw, and saying that it's only 3 minutes long. Joe, if I want to see a good Divas match, as I said, I will go to Superstars now. because I couldn't be bothered sitting watching Raw for a 2-minute match that didn't even entertain me or show me anything about the Divas Division. If I want a good match, I'll go to Superstars, and I would recommend checking out that match between Natalya and Alicia, because it is brilliant, and I'm sure the Beth Maurice one will be brilliant. Well, I watched it, it was on last night, so I'll probably end up watching this after I record this very long video. But yeah, but like, what on earth has happened to this WWE Divas Division? I don't know. But yes, Superstars would be the place, and surprisingly enough, I do watch TNA. I watch it when I get the chance. I have it all recorded downstairs in the TV, and I am catching up slowly but surely. But I look and there's a bug on my desk. I hate bugs. I'm such a girl. Won't kill it though, we'll be fine. TNA, yes, sorry. The TNA knockouts, their division is blossoming. They get their own storylines, which is amazing. So each, they might only have, I don't know how many they have now, but they've got Mickey, Taskmaster, Velvet, Angelina, Winter, ODB, did have Tara but she's gone, Sarita, Rosita. I think there's about 8 or 9 of them, and out of that, 6 of them probably have a storyline of their own. So we have Angelina and Winter have a storyline, Velvet and ODB have a storyline, Mickey has a storyline with Angelina and Winter, Miss Taskmaster might have a storyline, Sarita and Rosita with the Spanish group, I can't remember, sorry. So these girls are all getting their own storylines. They're getting more time than WWE Divas are getting. These girls have about 5-minute matches plus. So I don't see what WWE's problem is with giving the girls time. Joe, TNA used to be all about Joe and Candy Joe, the whole beautiful people thing. Lance and Tara, sorry, I forgot this too, and they have a storyline going on. So I don't know what WWE's problem is with giving the Divas at least some time. So definitely, I've got down here, I've got a wee list of what I was supposed to talk about, but sort of went off track. The current Divas who I feel should get a push, at simple: Natalya, Beth, Gail, the ones who can actually sort of wrestle and put on a very good match. I'd love to see an Alicia Fox storyline between her and someone, not just do this whole Natalya, AJ, Caitlyn versus Alicia, Tamina, Rosa Mendes type thing. Rosa Mendes changes flipping character every week. 1 week she's good, 1 week she's bad, 1 week she's good. Don't know what to think of her. But yes, Beth, because I think I respect her the most out of those lot, because of the shape she is, because of the way she is. She's wrestled the guy, she's been in the Royal Rumble. I don't think it was sensible putting her in her second Royal Rumble though. I think they should have just left it 1. I think it's a bit silly to put her in the second Royal Rumble. I think it's just pushing it, to be honest. Natalya, 3rd generation, shows them how to wrestle. She can hold her own, it's pretty good. Definitely Beth and Natalya because of the table match they had. Michelle McCool was a nice fresh breeze to the Divas Division. Mean Girl McCool. Sad she's left, but yes, that's simply my thoughts on the Divas Division. Is a very long rant. I know this video will probably go on for about 16 minutes or something, but yes, I feel very strongly about it, and I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. So WWE, if you're watching, I have a lot of ideas for your Divas, and I don't know how you're not picking them up. You know, all the fans say, at least all the Diva fans I know are saying they have loads of ideas, and if you really want to find storylines for your Divas, I would suggest talking to the fans, because at the minute they know more than you do about your Divas Division. And TNA, keep up the good work. I enjoy watching your female division every week to see what new you're bringing to it. just keep that up, and thanks guys for watching. That's just a little my thoughts, and hopefully this wasn't too serious and blah de blah de blah. Okay guys, thank you, bye.